Oh my god! What is that?
Because I jerk off so much.
What did he say?
Alright, what's going on, guys? JustNoca here. And I haven't done a video in quite some time. I just haven't had the... not the drive or motivation or any of that. I just haven't felt... well, I guess, yeah, motivation is part of it. I haven't felt like doing a video. I've been streaming a lot more, but I have thought about doing this. There's actually no music going on in my head right now, and it's kind of... I've been playing a game that has kind of blown up recently. It's kind of died down since it first came out, but it's still fairly strong in terms of its community and its updates and me playing it. That game I'm talking about is Umamusume Pretty Derby Horse Girls that are anime girls of real life horse. If you know, you know. But I've played the game a fair amount, both on Steam and on my phone, and I've gone through at least almost all the characters that I have unlocked on there, at least in terms of their careers. We're gonna do a tier list if you haven't read the video's title yet, and it's not a tier list that you may think of like, oh, who's the best one, should you go for, who you shouldn't go for. The tier list is gonna be on how much I enjoyed going through their career. And I was thinking about this for a while because I know a lot of tier lists out there are just for, like, you know, what's good for team trials and the upcoming championship races. But for me, it's gonna be based on how much I actually enjoyed going through the careers. And I already have the tier list up right now on here. I got the face cam just to show my my facial reactions so I can be a little bit more expressive, but also to show that I am in a new spot. I already streamed in this spot about a week or so ago, and I do like it. You may hear the wind come from this fan that's right next to me. That's not even on. I thought it was on, but you know, I got this one here because up here there's no air. There's a vent down there, but it is so like light. It's so weak in the air it blows out that it doesn't do a thing. And right now, let's look at the temperature right now. It's 94 with a real feel of 109 right now. Today was supposed to be the hottest day we're supposed to have here, and it's supposed to get up even higher, almost a little bit around midday, where it's supposed to be exactly around like 101, 102, and that real feel is probably gonna be about like 112 or 113. So it's pretty great. So that's why I have some fans up here. It's actually not too awful right now. It's actually pretty tame, even though on this thermometer, this fan here says 83 degrees inside this loft up here. But we're gonna deal with it because we have gone through worse. Especially last year before I got that air conditioner in that old office. That's still being used. It's still being used. It's now just kind of gonna be back to becoming my VR kind of office, along with being strictly for console games. But enough repetition. I'll probably put a timestamp of when we officially start the what is it called? When we officially start the tier list, somewhere on the screen. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this is including I'm gonna guess all the characters that are also been released in Japan. More than half of these characters have not been released here in the West because the game just came out roughly a month ago. We're gonna go with the first character I ever finished a career with. It feels really weird not to have any music right now, and I can't put on music because it's all on my interface, so it's kind of weird. But I don't even know why I have headphones on if I'm not gonna be okay. I don't know what to do. All right, so we're gonna go with the first Uma that we finished a career with, and that is Haru Ura. She was the first one I completed about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that moment of like getting her win, knowing like what like her real horse went through, was kind of awesome. So, and also like, so it basically starts out with you earning her fans, and you get 25 turns to do it because her races are dirt, and you do not get a lot of dirt races through her career, and it fucking sucks, especially for that first 25 turns to get her fans, which I think is like 10,000 or something like that. And it's a good time to like start, you know, really stacking up her stats, which for her, she's a pace chaser if I remember correctly, so stamina, speed, a little bit of power, fuck you guts, and some wit if you have any skills by that time. But for her first playthrough, I had quite a time. I think I only restarted once, and it was for one of her middle races because it like gave me no time to like further increase her stats. And yeah, so I'm gonna say she's probably been one of my most favorite playthroughs to do. She definitely deserves to be enjoyed a lot. I should probably rename that. There's also a bottom tier that I'm going to save for a little later. Now we're going to go to the second one I completed, which was, God, there's so many faces here. All right, she is the first S that pops up. Sakura Bakshin with a amazing theme song. I don't remember a lot from her first playthrough. I do remember a lot from the second one I've done. And she was probably, at least the first time go around, I think she was definitely a lot easier than Ura, than Haru. Also just because hers are sprints. And in my mind, all you do for sprints is just speed. And that's what Bakshin is known for. And then for my second go around, she's now my highest rated Uma in terms of my completion. So I'm gonna put her also in a joint playthrough, also because Bakshin. We're gonna go next with my at least favorite Uma that's released as of right now as an official character, not as a support card, and that's Silent Suzuka. She's probably one of my favorites, also just because, like, not just because of, like, how she is and how adorable she is, but also just because of, like, her backstory as, like, the actual horse is sad as fuck. And it's, like, kind of, if you don't know the story, basically, she was, her, or the stallion she portrays, was, of course, part of, like, she was, like, a really, really, really great racehorse, but on her last race, I think it was like she tore her Achilles. Let me like fact check myself. Yeah, okay, so it was the Autumn Tenosho. I know I'm saying that wrong. She suffered an irreparable leg fracture. I thought it was a tear, because a lot of the horses that do get euthanized because of those injuries are usually because of like Achilles tears or tendon tears or things like that. But she had a fractured leg during the race. I remember I watched the race for it, and yeah, it was her front left leg got fractured, and it was irreparable. And the thing with it, like, you could see like Suzuka moved aside so she could avoid hitting the other races or other horses, slowed down so that she could also protect her jockey too. And because it was irreparable, it would be more harm than good to let her live through with something that's gonna like hinder her through her life. and they euthanized Suzuka on the field, on the racetrack, which was fucking wild. Once, like, a lot of like the backstories of a lot of these, like, the real life portrayals of these horse girls, is kind of wild, and we're not even gonna get to the other one that's just as bad later in the video. But I also enjoyed her. It took me twice to beat her because I think she was like my third or fourth attempt. I'm shaking my leg and it's like a fucking earthquake. It took me once. I think I got to the Ura final. I got to the semifinals and I accidentally ended her career early. I think she could have been my first completion if I did not like speed click through. And that was on like my first try, and I still had all 4 retries with her, the free one and the 3 that I get through the career. So I feel like she could have been the first one I could have completed. So we're gonna put her and also enjoyed. So now you're noticing a pattern. I enjoyed a lot of the careers. We still haven't gotten to the ones that I didn't like. We're gonna go next with, I think, my next attempt. Technically, my first ever attempt. We'll get to later, but I think my second or my next one after Suzuka was, where is she at? I wish they could have just made this easier. It was Symboli Rudolph. There she is. So I've attempted Symboli Rudolph twice, and I have failed both times, I think at the same race. I don't remember what the race is, so I'm going to go look it up. That's what it is. I know it's this one. The Kikuka Show. I know it's that one. It's either that or the Arima Kinen, because those I never prepare properly for long races ever. I think it's the Kikuka Show because it's 500 meters longer than the Anime Kinen. I always fail around there. The stretch of long races that Symboli Rudolph gets is fucking wild. How much I know when I start to fail a career I tried beforehand when I get to when I remember the races. Because she starts off with a mile and 2 mediums, and I'm like, oh wow, she's a late surger. All I need to do is focus on her speed, maybe a little bit of power, but speed and power go hand in hand whenever you train them. And you're like, I'm kind of Gucci right now. But no, you failed. I fail to always remember. There's another Uma later where I have another experience through that, which also pissed me off a lot, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But she. Either failing on the first try, I definitely failed on the Kikuka Show. Second, I may have failed at the Arima Kinen. So, because of that, not just because it's my own fault, I actually think Symboli Rudolph has a lot of funny events on hers, especially because of her fucking dad jokes. We're gonna put her in Wasn't Awful. I think I could have liked it a little bit more if it weren't for that stretch of just all long races. And I don't even remember if her Uda final trophy is a long trophy. So the only 2 trophies I have yet to collect in the Uda finale are the mile and the what is it called? The long. I've done dirt, done the medium, and I've done the sprint. Those 2 are the ones I have yet to complete yet. So, because of, I really don't like long races. So, I'm going to put her in Wasn't Awful. Probably could be higher if she had more, medium races in her career. One we're going to look at is going to be Special Week. Where the fuck is she? Guys, I'll say this. I did not like her playthrough. I attempted her twice. I beat her on her second try. The first one, I think I got out around the same time Symboli Rudolph failed hers. I think because of the same reason with the whole fucking long races. Even the second try was pretty bad. I think I used up all my retries leading up to her finale win, and I Could not do it. Nope. Can't. Just, no. I won't attempt her again unless I am confident in what support cards I have. So, I'm going to put it in struggled, and I'm going to line this up a little bit better. And, yeah, I struggled with hers pretty badly. I just don't think I'll attempt her again unless I feel confident or whenever she has more of her outfits. Let's go ahead and get one out of the way that I attempted. I think I'm going to add a tier. I'm going to try and hide that bottom tier one just to save y'all something. I'm going to do a new tier where I'm going to do so with this tier, it's going to be based on the only horse that I started but gave up on extremely early. And that is Vodka. So I attempted Vodka probably after I completed a few careers, because I was on, like, you know, a good high. I was like, oh shit, I got some shit going right now. You know, let's try Vodka, because I think I was trying to get my long trophy. Didn't work out. I think I gave up after she... I think what happened was... I think she lost her debut, and then I couldn't get her a win in the maiden races. So I was like, I screwed up. I probably didn't do the right support cards, and I just kind of gave up before I took a loss as her thing. So... she's the only one I have yet to complete after starting her career. I may attempt her again. I may attempt her on stream. Because it's her, Agnes Tycon. You know, I'm going to go in and put on the racers that I have not completed yet that I currently have, which I think is really only Vodka and Agnes Tycon. I have not completed either of them. I do have Agnes Tycon as a 3-star now. So I may attempt her eventually. Who else have I gotten as a 3-star, or at least made a 3-star? I think they're the only two that I haven't completed yet. So I'm gonna go about choosing one of them as my next career. I'll probably live stream them because I just completed one late last night before I went to sleep. And actually, that's the next one we're gonna choose, just because. She is one of my other favorites now, and that is Maruzenski. So she is a medium for some reason. She has an affinity for sprints though. That's where I have her set on my team trial, and I just completed her a 3rd time on last night before I went to sleep, and I improved on her. Last night, so she has a slightly higher score. I thought I was going to be able to get an A+ with her, but she started to just bomb races badly towards the end. So, she was still able to get the GOAT title. But each time I played I've done her races, I've enjoyed it. The only times I got worried was when she did the long ones, which was for the Arimakinen. And because of those, I always get worried when I see them, especially when I completely neglect stamina for a while. But besides that, she actually performed really well every time I did the Arimakinen with her. I think the first time I played with her, that's where I failed her career, because of course I don't know. So I'm gonna put her in enjoyed playthrough, because I actually did enjoy her playthrough. So, yeah. So let's go on to one other one I completed yesterday too, with Nice Nature. So Nice Nature, I think I got to a 3-star. She is the only Uma I have at level 3 potential, because man, that shit cost a lot of fucking money. I used it all accidentally. So now I can't upgrade the rest of my support cards that I have. But she wasn't an awful attempt. I think I have her Final Diva, or what? Yeah, I think it's called the Final Diva title. She struggled in a few of her final races. She doesn't have the best stats. Normally I've been having really trouble getting their speed up because I've been focusing on getting friendships up throughout the thing, and very rarely did I ever get like speed ones with a bunch of bonds that I could increase. But I did get a boatload of a boatload of skills, and I put her in my long team trial because a lot of her skills help her in long races. So I want to say I liked hers, especially her ending like event whenever you win her career, because she's like, I think how like they portrayed her was just being like a country girl type of thing, you know, because apparently one of her dislikes is social media, which is very real. So I'm just gonna put liked. I liked her playthrough, so not much to really comment about that. She at least broke my losing streak of failed careers. Next we're gonna go to, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and hit up King Halo. So King Halo, I think I attempted twice before I finally beat her once. I think the first two, I think I kept failing at the same spot. I don't remember where, but they both had similar ratings, so I just assumed I failed in the same spots. Man, it is really bouncy up here when I bounce my knee. But I do like her at least Uma story, because it's like she went against her mom's like pleas to become an Uma, or like to race as an Uma, and like throughout her story, it's like she always getting calls from her mom saying that she's gonna embarrass herself and she's not good enough for type shit. And like she still has to keep up the facade of being like, like a king, king type of thing. So I really liked hers. I think right now she's on my medium because she has a S rank for medium races. So I'm gonna put it in I liked it tier. So next one we're gonna go with. Let's go with Super Creek. So I've also attempted Super Creek thrice. First time, failed her goals. I think the last time, or second time I tried her, I think I failed in the Uma semifinal. So I still got a normal ending with her. Then the third time, I think I barely won the Uma finale. She is currently on my either long or medium team trial trio. And she was a pretty alright one. I don't remember much from her playthrough, but I know she either has the second lowest win rate or the kind of like midline win rate with the Umas I've completed. So I think I'm gonna go put her in where I just saw her. Okay, I'm gonna put her in wasn't awful. I feel like I could have had a much better time if she didn't like fail so many races. I think there was a stretch for her goals where I did not get a first place win in. So yeah, I'm just gonna say it wasn't awful. Kind of like in the same ballpark as Simbali Rudolph. I do like both of them, but their career is just. I think with me beating Super Creek once, I probably won't pick her up again. Oh yeah, you know what? Air Groove I think was my fourth completed, either fourth or fifth. Either I completed her before Suzuka or after Suzuka. She wasn't too bad. I don't remember much again. So I guess with me not being able to really comment on my experience with her, mostly just because I like her design, I'm gonna put her in wasn't awful. Again, I don't remember much from her career. I do like her design. She gives off big mommy vibes that isn't Super Creek Goo Goo Gaga vibes.
What did he say?
Yeah. Okay. So there's one that I avoided for a while after completing a good handful. I completed more before I got to her. Mostly just because I was afraid of what I kept seeing about her on YouTube, and that is Gold Ship. I was very worried about getting Gold Ship and using her. Thankfully, like all the issues I could have had with her, which was her not showing up for training, or just like being weird. The only thing I got experienced in hers was when she only wanted to train one skill, which didn't matter because she needed to rest anyway. So that turn meant almost nothing, and it was a skill I kind of wouldn't have mind training, which was it was power, which I don't really mind training. But as an end closer, she's one of the only end closers I think I have right now, and one of the few that you get at the start. And she was a great like playthrough. And also, she was the first one I got the goat title for, and the steamy thing you get whenever you win the hot spring raffle, which was kind of awesome. So I'm gonna put her in enjoyed playthrough. So I think she was one of my favorites to finish. Let's go to one I started a little or finished a little recently, and that's Winning Ticket. Boy, did I have an experience with Winning Tickets. I did not like her playthrough. She struggled so much. Worse than Special Week. I will say I was able to finish her thing, in one try. Not one try. I had to use all my retries. She currently has, apart from like Ura and my first completion, Sakura, with my current cards and my setups, she has the lowest stats out of like most of my Umas. She's currently, I think, in my medium team. But I could not. No, okay, I'm done. Nah, that was like, I'm done. I'm never probably gonna pick you up again. Let's go on with the other sad one, which is Rice Shower. So as soon as I unlocked Rice Shower, I went to once I pulled Rice Shower, I went to her career, and I think I failed again. Oh my! I think it's like does she have that race in her let me see if she has that race in her career. She does. She has it. Nope. Okay, yeah, it's my fucking Achilles heel. It's the Kikuka show. Again, I think that's where I failed, because she has a C+ rating, good stats, but as for like a long race, not the best stamina stats. And yeah, I failed hers. But her story again is also fairly like sad too, because it's the same boat as Suzuka, but everything leading up to it is worse, because she was called the Black Assassin. I think that's her name, or her nickname, because she was like a horse that came out of nowhere, and she beat every single fan favorite, I think, for 3 races in a row. And because of that, because she kept beating fan favorites, people bet on these. It's horse derby racing. People are gonna bet on them, and because of that, a lot of horse derby fans hated her, and would always like wish, like, I think they were like, wishing death upon her and things like that, because they would beat favorites of theirs. And they got their wish. She again also got a leg injury during the race, and they euthanized him on the racetrack. So it's like, it's weird like to see her like this, and her timid character. She's also one of the most, like, she has like a lot of like adorable events. One with Ura, and then that one YouTube video where it has her singing. It's her backstory is sad as fuck though, but just because of that, and also because she's also one of my favorites, I'm gonna put her in the liked a lot. I'm gonna attempt her career again, because I feel like when I attempted hers, I remember starting the what is it called? The strat of like increasing friendships and things like that. I probably should not have done that. Like the strat I was trying to do, with trying to increase bonds early so I can get skills early, which is kind of fruitful in the end. It just caused me to not focus on the stats she needed. But I liked hers anyway because she was always so timid, didn't want to, race because of, things like that. But we're going to go ahead and keep going to the next one I hated. We did one we didn't like, which was Winning Ticket. Now we're going to do the other one that I also didn't like. Mayano Top Gun. I've attempted her career 3 times. Failed twice, both at the same race. No, it was the Kikuka show, because that's, for some reason, even though she has medium races for her Ura finale, they give her 4 of them in a fucking row. And they give her the longest one, which is the Tenosho. And that shit pissed me off, because when I would train her, because you get 25 turns to do the fans for 10,000 and above. And they give you, I think it's like 4 or 5 turns to prepare for this. And at that point, you're probably like, oh, she's probably going to get a medium or a mile or sprints. She gets fucking long races for 4 in a row. You get 2 mediums, and then they throw you again into a long for her last one. And I failed each fucking time. I failed twice. The 3rd time, the other thing that was bad about her is the first attempt, I just wasn't prepared. The 2nd attempt, I was getting ready to prepare her for it. But she went from a great mood all the way down to awful in one fucking turn. And it was the turn before her race. And that set me off so fucking bad. Like, I knew I was gonna lose. I still attempted it, and she was finishing like almost just about dead last. And it happened again almost on the one time I did complete her career, and I do not want to do it again. So yeah, I'm done with her completely. I do not even if I 3-star her, I will not attempt her career again. Let's see. Let's go to a high note. So far, I'm liking my list. Again, let's start off on some high notes since we went through kind of like a roller coaster just now. Let's go with one of my other favorites with El Condor Pasa. Before I finished Bakshin a 2nd time, she was my highest rated Uma, and to be honest, I still like using her more in a lot of daily races than Sakura Bakshin. She just has great stats, great skills, and she's Hispanic. So I'm not even gonna go on a tangent. I loved her career. I love she kind of like shows off as like a luchador. I just about dominated most of them. I didn't get the GOAT status or the Legendary Diva. That's what it was called. I didn't get those because I didn't do a lot of like extra races or enough of them to get enough fans for those. But I really liked her playthrough. And then speaking of ones that I really like, I'm going to go on with my main favorite, which is Daiwa Scarlet. I think I've attempted her career, I think 4 times. The first 2, she was the first one I attempted when I first started the game. I think I got out pretty early just because I didn't have any support cards. I didn't know what I was doing. But the 2nd time, I messed up. I put her in the Japanese Derby rather than keeping her on her chosen career. And she failed because I was like, oh, you should follow Vodka into this race that she's not prepared for. And she finished dead last. So, on the 3rd attempt, I 3-starred her. Before I 3-starred her, I attempted her a 3rd time, failed again. I think I failed in her final goal race. And then her last time, I finally completed her career. I 3-starred her, and I think she's the ace of my mile team, because I think she's an S-rank in mile for me right now. Again, though, I'm gonna enjoy playthrough. She is my favorite Uma in the entire series. Tied with my favorite Uma. My other favorite Uma is not released as a doesn't have a career release yet, only a support card. So, we'll get to that once she's released. As for, I think I'm trying to figure out who else I'm missing. I'm trying to look through this large ass list. I'm seeing one that I got to get to. I'm saving her for last. Trying to look through. I know I'm miss. Oh, I didn't complete hers. Ah, there you go. Part of the Majoro family. Major Orion. I don't remember where I failed her. So I think I'm gonna like also put her comment in A. She's a C plus, but I don't remember her playthrough at all. I think I only attempted her because I just made her a 2-star, and I was like, oh, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. But I don't remember how her playthrough was, so I'm just gonna put no comment. I'm gonna attempt a lot of the ones I failed, which are these 3 and Rice Shower. Oh yeah, and Rudolph too. But that'll be, something for a later date. Again, oh, I know another one. It's a long ass fucking name. I'll know it when I see it. Okay. I struggled with her behind Winning Ticket. She is my second lowest rated Uma in terms of fully finished, apart from like my first 2 that I completed. I struggled with hers for sure. She is, I think, on my medium trio. I replaced her. I just replaced her yesterday after I completed Nice Nature. I just struggled. Didn't really like her. Also could not pronounce her name. I'm just I don't really have much else to say other than I didn't like her playthrough. Not as much as I dislike Winning Ticket in my own Top Guns. I think that maybe most of the ones that I completed, except for one that I'm gonna look through just to make sure I completed all the ones I've done, or the ones I haven't completed yet. Oh, my free pull! Oh, let's see guys, if I get Smart Falcon here. Let's do it. Well, bam. Oh, let's increase the volume too. Let's see. Probably gonna get nobody again. Oh shit! Okay. She's already a 3-star. I mean, better than nothing. Alright. Let's not edit team, god damn it. Go to the list. I'm looking, let's see who else I failed. Oh, I attempted Urara again and I failed her. I failed her second attempt, which is wild. All right, so this is gonna be a fun one because it pissed me off so fucking bad with how she lost. I have tempted her 3 times. That one is the one I'm saving for that bottom tier. And unfortunately, like, if I feel so bad, I attempted her a 4th time too because of what happened. We're talking about, I gotta find her again, Grass Wonder. And it's so bad that, like, I attempted her 3 times before I took the 4th attempt. First time didn't do too well, and then the second time, I just tried again just because why not. Then the 3rd time I 3-starred her, and she did the worst out of the other 2 that were 2 stars with level 1 potentials. And then I tried her the 4th time. She got to the Ura finale, the finals, and she could not win. She just could not win. with her 3-star, with pretty good stats too. It should be good stats, Professor Curvature, and everything that I like using. And she could not break. She, like, as a late surger or a pace chaser, whatever the fuck she is, she would look like she was about to win, and then she'd get passed up in the final bit and finish at like 8th, 7th, or 9th place. And I used all 4 attempts in that finale race. I was so fucking mad because I only attempted her 4th time because it was either the day of or a few days after the real life stallion passed away, and I was like, I gotta do this in memorial of him. I was so pissed off because of it. I was up here doing it too. I attempted it. As soon as I failed, not only did I rush through her thing, the whole time I was saying she doesn't deserve her ending. I skipped through everything. I skipped through her thing. I skipped it all. I didn't even spend the last bit of points I earned for her because I was so pissed off. I shut the game down. I shut my PC off, and I went to go lay down for a good hour or two because of how much she pissed me off. It was I just could not. I couldn't understand how. Of course, fucking, they were telling, Tazuna was telling me, oh, you should have increased your guts. How about I, like, rip your guts out, you know? I don't know, man. It was just, that's why, like, I don't want to hate her career with the 4 attempts I've tried and with, like, how close I was. But with how pissed off she had me, and basically, really, all 4 playthroughs I've done with her, I gave her her own bottom tier, not just out of like out of respect of the real life mayor, you know, rest in peace. She got her own bottom tier as Grass Wonder. There's a reason it's down here and not up there. I just can't. I may try her again eventually, but I was so pissed at that ending. I just could not. And the thing is, too, I don't have any footage of any of this because I always do this on my off time. I've only streamed, I think, 2 playthroughs, which I think one was Condor and the other may have been King. I know King Halo is definitely one of them. Condor may have been one of the other ones. But man, if I streamed this one, that would have been such an abrupt stream ending. So she's going to be in her own bottom tier. But right now, this is where I'm at in terms of my tier list. So far, for the ones I did enjoy, we got Haru, we got Sakura, Bakshin, we got Suzuka, we got Maruzensky. I can't get enough of that commentator. Go, Maruzensky! We got Gochi, El Condor Pasa, Daiwa Scarlet, Nice Nature, King Halo, Rice Shower, Symboli Rudolph, Super Creek, and Air Groove. Those are my ones that I enjoyed the most for sure. Special Week and long ass name I can never pronounce. If I didn't struggle so much in theirs, they would be a little bit higher. And then for Winning Ticket and Mayono Top Gun, fuck them. Never will complete them again. And then of course I'll get to Vodka. I'll attempt Major Orion and Airplane Toes at a later time. But I want to see what all of you think about this tier list. I have no idea where I'm gonna upload this video on. I know I want to put it on the main channel, but like it'll be such a weird video to put up on the main channel. I'll put it up on the main channel and we'll see how it goes from there. I want to know what everyone else thinks about my tier list. Again, this is not based on how good they are. It's based on my experience through their playthrough. So if y'all had different experiences, like maybe Mayono Top Gun for y'all was probably like the best playthrough y'all had. maybe winning ticket was the best one. I've seen a lot of high rated winning tickets on other teams. I still beat their ass though. So who's the better winning ticket? You know, my winning ticket is better, even though mine is dog shit. But I want to know what everyone else thinks, and also your own experiences. I don't want to say in all of them. Give me probably your best experience, which is your favorite playthrough, and then give me your least favorite one, because I know a lot of people are gonna have some least favorite ones, like I had with my Anno Top Gun. But I want to thank y'all for watching the video. I enjoy Umamusume a lot. It's probably my most played game right now. I currently have almost 35 hours on my PC on Steam. Probably a lot more on my phone because I play it even at work. I want to know what y'all think. I absolutely love the game. We'll try and stream it more because I know there's still a good dedicated fan base to the game. But for right now, I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope everyone that comes in new as an Uma fan subscribes and sticks around for other future videos. I have a lot of videos that I have planned. I still got to edit down my birthday stream from a few weeks ago, and I have some other streams to kind of edit down. But I'm gonna go and end the video here. I'm getting a little hot. I'm gonna try and lay down up here before I actually stream. After this, I record. Actually, I gotta edit this video and then stream. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see all of you. I'm trying to make sure I see everything. I will see all of you in the next video I do. Maybe I'll do another tier list. Tier lists are kind of fun. But yeah, I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace out.